Welcome back. After 7 seasons on the ABC hit drama Grey's Anatomy, actor Eric Dane is starring in a new series. TNT's The Last Ship debuted last month and is bringing in millions of viewers. I got a chance to talk to Dane about his new role. Can't believe I'm talking to McSteamy. I know everybody says that. Does it ever get old, Eric? Does it ever get old?
No, it doesn't. It gave me a career.
Everyone in the studio was just talking about that famous first punch when you were introduced to the show, Grey's Anatomy, all those years ago when Patrick Dempsey punched you.
When Dempsey knocks me out, yeah. And I stitch myself up.
Yeah,
right.
Well, I tell you what, there's no punching you on now. Your character is pretty amazing in The Last Ship. And if I'm not correct, is this based on a novel?
It's based on a William Brinkley novel of the same title, The Last Ship. And the William Brinkley novel takes place in the Cold War era. This, we just substituted that for a virus.
I see. So you took the Cold War and made a virus.
But it's loosely based on the book. Uh-huh.
So it's based on this book, and I love the fact that it seems like the Cold War as a theme is coming back in a lot of dramas now, but you're taking a virus that could threaten the entire world, and your job is to try and stop it, right?
Well, we still have some Cold War elements. I mean, we do run into the Russians for a few episodes because they believe that the Americans have this vaccine and that they're hoarding it for themselves. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's high octane, action, adventure, great storytelling. And we run into problems every single episode, not just the Russians. For instance, the first episode, we go to Guantanamo Bay to refuel and grab some food, and we run into Al-Qaeda there. And to tease a couple episodes later, we have to find monkeys to try a vaccine out on, and we run into a narco-terrorist headed upriver in Nicaragua, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know, you talked about the different settings of this show, and people still have a hunger for this kind of thing, don't they? You know, you might think people are looking for, given the times that we're in, something a little less high drama and high octane, like you said, but indeed, that's what audiences love. They get a rush out of it, even in the summer.
Yeah, there's a fascination with this end of days phenomenon, you know, and I don't know if it's because everybody collectively feels like the world is going to hell in a handbag right now, but I think every generation has had their end of days sort of moment. And you know, this one's really about hope, you know, and less about, you know, there's survival elements and preservation elements, but this show's about hope.
I like that you can equate that despite all the action, you know, you're looking at the more maybe poetic side of it and saying, hey, you know, this really is about hope. I mean, yeah, you know, there's a bunch of, you know, muscly guys and maybe even some gals running around trying to save the world, but this is really about creating a sense of hope, which is what maybe a message we could all use right now, despite what we see on the news every night, right?
Absolutely.
So what's keeping you busy besides this? I mean, folks can see you in The Last Ship on TNT, but are you working on anything else? I mean, what's keeping you busy? I know your family's keeping you busy. Tell us what's going on.
Well, my kids are keeping me busy. I just wrapped a film in Nantucket called Gray Lady. I'm headed to Montreal in July to start a 4-hour, 2-part miniseries called The Fixer. So I'm pretty busy right now. But when I'm not working, the wife and kids are where I choose to spend my time, and that's a whole nother ball of wax.
I bet. It's probably a far cry, but you're still so busy. I mean, like you said, you're working on The Gray Lady, The Fixer, you've got The Last Ship. It seems like, you know, there's no ceasing of people wanting and fans really wanting to get to see you still after all those years, you know, and all these other films that you've been in as well, and these other projects. What's been your, I don't want to pit all your projects against the one you're working on now, but I don't know, could you look at one and think, okay, this is the one that really defined me? I guess you could say maybe Grey's Anatomy was what launched you, you know, onto the proverbial scene, but which role or which phase would you say has defined you the most?
You know, I don't know. I'd like to say it hasn't happened yet. You know, I'd like to say the best is yet to come for me. But, you know, I always say the job I'm working on now is the best job I have.
I like that. Very good answer. Very, very diplomatic. Good answer for us to hear, at least. I don't know, but every time, you know, you say the name and people instantly think of McDreamy and McSteamy, excuse me. I don't want to get it wrong. Whoa,
yeah.
The guy behind the camera just came out and went, whoa, whoa, don't get it wrong. It's McSteamy. It's so great to see you still have that impact, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Eric, thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about your role in The Last Ship. And folks, you can catch it on TNT. Don't miss it. It's certainly going to be one that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. I'm certain. Certainly people will have a lot to look at as well. Thank you so much, Eric. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, Norma. Thank you.
You're welcome.